Nah, me. Look at how cute my shirt is, guys. Like, it's so cute. It says love, and there's like people of all skin tones, and this is a holding hands. It's so cute. Anyway, guys, welcome back to my channel. So, like I announced some time back that I'm going to reshoot the episodes of Niggas Ain't Shit because I felt like I was not being honest enough and I wasn't giving you guys the like relevant amount of energy. I looked like I was feeling too sorry for myself and sounded like I was feeling too sorry for myself. And this is not the purpose of the whole Niggas Ain't Shit to be born. So basically, wow, this chair. So basically, I have decided that I'm going to do a series of Niggas Ain't Shit based on the niggas who ain't shit that I've experienced in my lifetime thus far. But anyway, so we're gonna start again. We're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna start on a clean slate, like, you know. So I'm officially going to redo this and reintroduce this whole concept to you guys. Niggas Ain't Shit is not me bashing these men. I hope that these men actually find what they're looking for somewhere in the future or even now. Maybe they have that, maybe they found it. If they have found it right now, I hope that they realize that they have found a real thing. Because unfortunately, they didn't realize it with me. Or whatever. But like, Niggas Ain't Shit is just, you know, a view for myself to just, you know, look back and reflect on where I've went wrong with men and why I tolerated such nonsense from men. So it's not necessarily to bash any of the niggas that are going to be part of this series. I'm not going to be mentioning anyone with their real names or anything like that. I'm just gonna be like speaking my experiences, you know, like as the saying goes that we experience the same person in different ways. I don't know how these niggas are treating their current partners. I don't think that they still treat people the way they treated me, or maybe they still do, we don't know. But anyway, you know, since I've explained, you know, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from with this whole Niggas Ain't Shit thing. It's not anything that's bashing niggas, it's just content creation also, and also my chance to reflect, you know. And maybe at the end of this, I might, you know, be like, Jerry Springer, you know, the word of the day or the word of the series, like, okay, Sissy Makoyo, your problem was this, you know, so maybe don't do this anymore. Okay, thank you. Now let's get into it. So in today's episode, officially the official episode 1 of Niggas Ain't Shit, I'm going to be talking about the love of my life. See, because I'm wearing a shirt that says love. Yeah, I genuinely loved this guy. I still love him to this day. Thankfully, me and this guy, like, God, December 2019, you know, we came back together after a year and a couple of months of not speaking to each other, but we came back to each other. We talked to each other. I was able to ask the questions that I was not able to ask in the past, to understand where he was at that time in his life, and for me also to understand where I was at that time in my life. So I feel good about you know, recording this, because I think I got the closure that I needed. I think I got the answers that I needed. Not completely all of them, but at least I have a perspective or a stand view of what possibly could have gone wrong and what was wrong with that whole relationship. Okay, so me and this guy, we met when I think I was 17 and he was 29 years old. There was like a 12-year difference. Was I 17 or 28? Somewhere there, but I was around 17-ish and he was around 29 or 28-ish. I remember that. So me and this guy, we met at Social Market. There used to be this thing called Social Market in Pretoria where, you know, you go and socialize with other kids and other people. That's how me and this nigga met. So me and my friend, we were looking for it was at Kara Heritage Village. So if anybody knows that place, it doesn't have shade. So where this guy particularly was standing, there was shade. So me and my friend just decided to go and stand where he was. That's how me and this guy started talking. You know, we exchanged numbers. It was around about October in 2017. Wasn't 2017 or 2016? Somewhere there, but 2016, 2017, it was around that time. So that's where we met. So social market happens on a Sunday. On Wednesday in the following week after that, we decided like to meet up. So this guy took me to his place, you know, we had a conversation, but it was, I think, very obvious from the first time that I spent time with this guy that, you know, he was probably after sex, because he wasn't asking anything about, he didn't sound like someone who was planning a future with me. It sounded like, you know, this situation will be done probably in 2 months or 3 months, or whenever I decide to give him pussy, he will be done with me. So yeah, you know, after a week, I think, you know, we gave each other our genitalia, you know, to make the marinades and the sauces and the yeah. So we did that after a week. So I thought this guy was gonna disappear, you know. He didn't disappear, he didn't run away, you know. We still talked to each other, we still linked up, but most of our link ups, most like 98% of our link ups were for sex. Like, it wasn't anything else. It wasn't a planned date, or we are going out on a date, or it wasn't anything like that, you know, for the like maybe first 6 months and stuff like that, until this guy, you know, we started spending a little bit way too much time together. For people who are just, you know, fuck buddies, it was way too much time. You know, I would see this guy a lot, you know, when he's a pilot, okay? So when he would be in other cities, like, we would call each other, guys. Like, why are we calling each other if you're just my fuck buddy? I think that fuck buddies should not be calling each other to ask each other, how are you doing? I feel like that's just opening a door that does not need to be opened, because then otherwise people are going to start catching feelings. You know what I mean? This nigga, you know, we started calling each other. We started talking about ourselves, you know, our upbringings. He was cool. Like, this guy was cool, guys. This guy is cool. He's the coolest motherfucker I have ever met in my whole entire life. That was just this motherfucker. He was cool. He was everything. He was stylish. He was clean. He was respectable. He was responsible. He was amazing. His music taste was out of this world. I always heard new music when I was with this guy. I love the fact that I would learn something new every time that I spoke to this guy or I chilled with this guy. He was something that was nice to explore, because you never knew what might happen with this guy. Like, you never knew. He was never someone who you could like, you could see what's coming from, you couldn't see what's coming from this guy. That's just the type of person that he was. He was very spontaneous. He was really like young at heart, but his mind was very matured. You know what I mean? He would think with his heart, and sometimes he would think very rationally. And like, I think that's the thing I loved about this guy, is that he was not so self-conscious. He wasn't someone who lacked self-esteem. He wasn't someone who needed approval. At least that's what I thought. To me, he carried himself like someone who didn't need approval from people. So that's what I thought of him. That's just what he was. He was amazing. Like, nale shaputi man. Like, nale dese. To me, this nigga was dese. I fell in love with this nigga. So I think things started to go south, or they had already been south. It's just that I started to see that things are south a little bit late. Like, it was probably maybe a year later. I sent this guy a paragraph. I'm like, you know, I'm catching feelings, you know. I don't know, what is this? I had been asking him before what this is, and his answer would literally just be, we are fucking exclusive. Guys, what are these new terms that you guys keep inventing just to literally stay out of relationships? What the fuck is fucking exclusively? What the fuck does that mean? I had never. This guy would always tell me that every time I'd ask him, like, bro, what are we? You know, I expected this to be done like in its first 3 months. It should have ended, but now it's just continuing. And like, that whole situation felt like floating on air, literally. Like, what is this? It has no stability. It has no real foundation, but it's stabilized somehow in wherever it is, but it's somewhere in the air, and it's so confusing. But what is this? Do we love each other? Do we not love each other? Do we just like each other? What happens when you get someone? Am I supposed to leave when I get someone? What must happen? So when I sent him the paragraph, I think after the year, I was telling him that I caught feelings, this and this. Guys, I poured my heart and tears into sending that nigga the text, telling him that, you know what, bro, I'm catching feelings. I swallowed my pride. I swallowed my pride. I was like, I'm catching feelings, But our situation was very awkward though, because then how the fuck were we going to be an actual working relationship? How the fuck was that going to be? Like, rationally thinking at the point that I am right now in my life, I'm thinking back and I'm like, actually, Lebu, it kind of made sense that whatever the hell that was didn't turn into a relationship. Because how was it going to be? It was going to be awkward, difficult, weird, forced. It wasn't going to be nice. It was literally going to change a lot of things, and it was going to cause us to end in a very horrible fight, which I feel like the fight could have caused so much fire for the end of that thing if we had decided to carry it into a relationship. I think it would have been very bad, but thankfully it didn't get that bad. It did get bad, but not that bad. So I told this guy that I caught feelings, this is, and then in the paragraph. You know what this nigga sent me? He sent me,
I'm sorry I made you catch feelings.
After my paragraph, guys, my paragraph, my heart, sweat, and tears, my love. I'm pouring out my love to you. I'm pouring out my love to you. Ke a o bontsha gore ke a go rata. Ke a go bontsha o itse ke itsholla. Ke itshollela go go wena, papa. Wena o mpotsa gore o ikopela maitshwarelo. This thing was like, no, I'm sorry I made you catch feelings. And I was like, that's all? That's literally all you have to say. You're literally just going to say, I'm sorry I made you catch feelings. Okay, that stung. That shit stung. It stung. Like, I think that was my first heartbreak ever. Because, whoa, I didn't even know how to react and or respond to that. And I was like, like, like it's the end. Like, have you seen a balloon deflate? Like, it was literally me after he sent that text, like, I'm sorry, it's like a balloon, like, I just deflated. I was like, okay, sharp, but that should have been something that should have made me walk away from it, but I didn't walk away. Like, I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll just take him however he's gonna come. Even if it's not the full him, it's fine. I'll just have a piece of him because I love him. I was just like, it's fine. Even if he's gonna put me in the side, it's okay. It's fine. Everything was going fine all along anyway. But it would also be painful that this person is not my person. You know what I mean? You're not my person. I can't fully claim you. I can't be walking around here and saying that you're my boyfriend. Or it was hard and it was tense, and I like, bro, like, nigga, bro. It was intense. Like, it was painful, but I still continued with this guy. He would, and then after a year, man, like, things changed. It was no longer us rebuledisana almost every day. Somehow we'd be speaking to each other, like a check-in every day. It went from a check-in every day to now this nigga can stay a week without speaking to me, and he would toy with my feelings. He would literally toy with my feelings. I think after he found out that after I caught feelings for him, he started toying with my feelings a lot more. Like, this guy he would plan stuff and then just disappoint me. Like, that's literally how he became. Oh, changes a dog. He was no longer this responsible guy, this stands for what he believes in guy. He just became a coward to me. Like, he became a coward because he didn't know what he wanted. Like, to me, if you have to be in between choices like that, it was fucked up. Because I felt like, why don't you just pick something, go to that thing, and stop hurting other people? Because me, honestly, I believe that that nigga was probably still messing around with his ex. I believe that he would want, maybe he would also go out on dates with other women. He would also chill with other women, because you know, ne ho change for a whole fucking month. I was for a whole fucking month. You know, it would just be so different. And he, during our whole like I was there to serve the rebound purpose. That guy was literally healing kanna. I was his medication. Every time something or outside in the world, he would just whatever it is, alcophilex to stop a cough. That's what he was. Every time something would hurt him, I was his medication. He would just use me to feel a little bit better, or to just stand up on his feet and then just have a sharp, like let me go look for something better. I feel like that's literally what he thought of me, that guy. Like, that's literally what he thought of me, and that's what he started displaying. Like, look on social media, hi dog. This nigga would actually really spend a lot of time with his baby mama, like a lot of time, you know what I mean? There would be so many excuses for him to be there, you know what I mean? There would be so many excuses for him to be there. Like, you know, he's going to fetch the kid, but okay, no, I feel like that nigga used to actually spend, like, not lie, maybe he was trying to fix that, and I should have left, dog, because if my gut was feeling that shit, it probably means it was true, you know. But it was painful. Like, I understand that I was a kid, you know, and we couldn't actually date or anything like that. I was just a kid. But also, at that time, as a teenager, in that age of your life, like 17, 18, 19, you are questioning a lot of shit, you know. And he was there for those years, 17, 18, 19, he was there. But not like the full of the 17 years, but in the 18s, 19s, he was there. Like, a little bit of the 17s, he was there. And then I get the question, I was also still trying to find who I was. You know, my worth as a person, I would also question that a lot. My worth in any relationships, I would also question that a lot. I would question what if I left this guy, but he's supposed to be the one. Maybe I was supposed to begezela here. Ne ke tshwantse ke tshwarella ke nne mosadi o tshwareng thipa ka mo bogaleng ka fa. E nne ntse nkgata thipe, but I must just, you know, continue and pretend like this shit ain't hurting me. You know what I mean? I used to just switch up stories in my head. Like, how something happened, I would just put like a little bit of sugar on it to make myself believe that it's not as bad as it was with the guy. It's not as bad as it was, because technically this guy wasn't beating me. So what is my problem? Like, why am I being so unappreciative? Like, this guy is good to me. I would convince myself that this guy is good for me. Like, mind you guys, even though nangira pus, like nabanale waruno man pus nyana I'm gonna fucking juggle this poos because it's a poos and it's busy out here being a poos, which is very important, guys, to respect yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, people will see that you don't respect yourself and they will just disrespect you. You know, you can cry a lot about people disrespecting you, but people literally treat you how you treat yourself. If you don't respect yourself, if you stay in situations longer than you need to, that your gut is telling you that are not good for you, but what do you like, But what do you Ntwana, you must respect yourself, you must leave, you must bounce. When something is being weird and awkward and you can feel it, you must leave, because that's the truth. It is being weird, it's being awkward, and it's not being good for you. It's toxic. You know what I mean? And Elena, probably I was toxic towards this nigga, because now imagine having to be with a partner how their true feelings. I mean, that must suck, because of the fact that I was so afraid to communicate anything with this guy that if he's fucking up his own life, I was going to be quiet. And that's not what a relationship is. That's not. You're not supposed to be quiet while you watch your partner dig themselves into a hole. You know what I mean? You're supposed to try and stop your partner. But none niggas stop, because to me, okay, to him, probably this whole relationship was going to be a burden, because he was going to have to take care of me and the relationship, because I wasn't voicing out anything because of feelings, and he just dismissed me. So I just stopped, but every time this nigga would make me angry, when he would call, I'd just pretend like everything's okay, it's fine, I'm not that mad, you know what I mean? Which was fucked up, but that's how it was. So basically how me and this guy ended, because I'm seeing that this is like taking too much time. Me and this guy, basically how we ended is that this guy literally just stopped talking to me. That's like a coward. He was a coward. He couldn't come and tell me straight up that Lewu, okay, I'm done using you, dog. I'm done using you. I'm gonna go and fucking live my life. This nigga just stopped talking to me for a year. He stopped talking to me. He unfollowed me on Instagram. His friend unfollowed me on Instagram. He stopped talking to me. Like, he just stopped talking to me. That's literally how I knew everything was over. I had to sit and question myself and cry every night. Like, was I not enough? And why didn't this guy at least even respect me enough to tell me what was wrong? Because now I don't even know what was wrong with me that made him leave. You know what I mean? That was the end of this whole thing. That just fucked me over and had me thinking, you know what? Actually, niggas ain't shit. Niggas are not shit. They're not shit, guys. They're not shit. Okay? Niggas are not shit. Do not forget that. Ungalibali, uskalibala, ungakhohlwi. Niggas are not shit. Do not forget. Okay? Do not forget. So that's actually how it ended. And then this nigga, like I said in the beginning, that me and this guy, we had a speak in 2019, like December. Because I reached out to him, actually. I couldn't, like, I had his number in my head. When I actually reached out, I didn't think that he still uses the same number. I just reached out, and then, when I saved the number on WhatsApp, it has a profile picture, and I'm like, whoa, this looks updated. So that means that this nigga, he still uses WhatsApp, and he hasn't blocked me. So I hit him up, and I was like, yo, nigga, wanna link up? So that we can talk about, because me and this guy, we went through a lot of shit, dog. For people who were not actually in a relationship, that's one thing that I realized, that we went through a lot of shit. We bonded a little bit too much. We had too much intimacy. I mean, me and this guy used to bath together, so no intimacy. There was a level of, sometimes he would cook, sometimes I would cook, for him. So we've even tasted each other's foods now, like, oh my goodness, like, so much intimacy, you know what I mean? But it was what it was. Like, I love the guy, I still love the guy. I don't think me and him would ever work in a relationship, no matter what. Even if it was maybe 10 years down the line, we just wouldn't. Because as much as I love this guy, I have lost respect for him. And there's no fucking way I'm going to allow myself to be in a relationship with someone I don't respect ever again. Because that's a trap. That's a trap, bro. That's a trap. Do not be fucking people who you are not, like, trying to be. Like, don't fuck people you wouldn't want to be. Yeah, that's the thing. So when you don't respect someone, it means that you don't want to be that person. So to me, that guy is a coward. He's not someone who can be honest. And but it is what it is, dog. I still have love for the nigga. I hope that shit goes well for him, I do wish a bus could hit him, but I hope shit goes well for him. I hope he's okay. I hope he's gonna continue to be okay. Yeah, man, unfortunately, Joe, you meet people at the wrong time, or it was the right time, I don't know, but it is what it was. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Niggas Ain't Shit. Do not forget that niggers are not shit. Niggeritos are not shit. Do not forget, okay? Thank you so much for tuning into episode 1 2.0. Yeah, episode 1 2.0. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys will be able to tune into the next episode of Niggas Ain't Shit. If you like this, thumbs up. If you didn't like this, just thumbs up. You know, just because why must you thumbs down, bitch? Also, like, comment. Also, subscribe. Also, follow me on all my social media platforms. All of them, they're Sisima Koya. So, yeah, you can find me at Sisima Koya on Twitter. You can find me at Sisima Koya on Instagram. You can find my Facebook page, Sisima Koya. So, everything is Sisima Koya, just as my YouTube channel. So, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or afternoon, or morning, or whatever. Enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.